Hello students, good morning. I hope you are all watching my videos. But I find that many of you have no interest in seeing or viewing my videos. I want that one and all must see the videos and learn from this platform. Right? If you don't see, if you don't read, nothing harm is that to us. So please make it a point to see all videos and learn from it. Okay? You are simply in semester 3rd. Long way to go. If you show this kind of pessimism from today onwards, I don't know what will happen to you in future. I sent you a video before 7 days, but still I don't find that. I think it's around 16 to 17 views are there only. That means out of 24, again after 1 week also, 7 of you have not seen my video. So once again I direct you, I can't request you, I direct you to see my videos and learn from this platform, because we have no other alternative left. College खोलले तो college में पढ़ा होगा, वर्तमान में यही पढ़ा, right? So today we shall discuss the compensated demand function and compensated demand curve. Compensated demand function. In the last video we discussed about the demand function. If you remember, we talked about that demand is a function of a number of factors that we discussed last time thoroughly. That demand doesn't depend upon only the price level or price of that good. Demand of a product very much depend upon the income of the consumer, prices of the related goods like substitute goods, complementary goods, taste, fashion, technology, style, design, then government policy, tax policy, and number of other factors also, climate, population, all that. So demand function depend upon a number of factors, but demand is a function of a number of factors which we discussed last time. Now what is compensated demand function again? Now in the law of demand we say other things remaining constant. When price of a commodity changes, the quantity demanded also changes. Or if when price of a commodity changes, the quantity demanded of the commodity changes inversely. That is, if price rises, quantity demanded falls. Price falls, quantity demanded rises. So that is a direct, or that is we bring a relationship between price and demand, keeping other things constant. Okay. Now, same compensated demand function we can derive from this law of demand. What is this? Compensated demand from this we already discussed in the last classes when we talked about how to split the price effect into income effect and substitution effect. Okay. I told you compensated means to reduction of income and equivalent means addition of income, that we discussed. So here compensated demand function means when other things remaining constant, income of the consumer, taste, fashion, technology, style, government policy, all these factors remaining constant, when price changes, demand inversely changes. Now so let us take an example. Suppose price falls. It is obvious that demand rises, and price rises, demand falls. This is very clear. Now if price falls, the consumer's utility rises, so he is better off, he goes to a better position, so automatically he goes to a higher insurance cost. Normally what happens? He purchases more, his utility rises. Now compensated demand function means when price rises, when price falls or rises, whatever the case may be, when price changes, equal amount of change we bring in the income of the consumer, so that he will be forced to stay in the same utility function. When price changes, whether falls or rises, doesn't matter. If price falls, the consumer is certainly better off. When price rises, consumer is certainly worse off. Now when price changes, when price falls, let's take the example. When price falls, what happens? The consumer's relative income, real income rises. So he goes to increase his utility. Now what happens? We have to reduce his income up to that extent of the fall in price. Okay, whatever that is a fall in price, whatever degree the fall in price is, that amount of income is to be reduced from the consumer, so that he will be forced to stay in the same utility function. This is called compensated demand function. Now the demand is a function of the reduction of income that you make due to a fall in price. If there is a rise in price, naturally some income will be added, will be infused to your income stream, so that you will have the same utility function. Just come to this diagram. You see, this is a utility curve. It is a function of x and y. I have written here utility is a function of x and y. Now this utility curve slopes downwards. Let's say what happens. At this point in the utility curve, the slope is this. So the slope of this at this point is px by py. This is good x, this is good y. Okay. At this point, if price falls, naturally what will happen? You will be coming to a higher indifference curve. Your utility will be rising. So here, if price falls, what happens? You are better off. Now to restrict you in the same utility function, same utility curve, what do? We reduce your income to that extent of what is your fall in price. So here you see the slope here is steeper, slope here is little bit flatter. So here the slope is P1x by P1y. This is the second price. Now at this point you see the slope is still flatter, and here slope is the second price P2x by P2y. Now if you join these, if you bring these points down to form a demand curve, how it will be formed? Let's see. Let's talk of this point. When the price was highest. Now draw this line to touch the x-axis in the below diagram. Again you draw it. Now we derive 3 points here, this point, 3 points here, representing 3 prices and representing 3 demand quantities. At this point, let me tell you, this is, let's say, point A, this is point B, this is point C. At point A, price was OPX, highest, and the quantity demanded was OX1, the lowest. If you come from A to B, the price falls to PX1. So accordingly demand rises to OX2. Again price falls to OP2 and demand rises to OX3. So here what happens? With fall in price, demand rises, and all these points we show in one diagram. This is the demand curve which you call as the compensated demand of X. CDX I have written. CDX means compensated demand curve of X. Okay, so this is the demand curve which you get from the compensated, which you call as compensated demand curve, and this has come from the compensated utility curve which you have drawn in the upper part of the diagram. So this compensated demand curve, now you see, let's say this point is A1 this is B1, this is C1. Okay. Here A1 to B1, B1 to C1. The consumer moves from A1 to B1, B1 to C1. All the 3 points remain in the same utility curve, representing equal degree of satisfaction for the consumer, equal amount of utility for the consumer. So this shows that even if there is a fall in price, the consumer is not going to have a higher indifference curve or a higher degree of utility. Why? It is because of the compensated demand, or because of the demand is already compensated, means your demand quantity is compensated by a fall in your income, as a result of which you will be forced to stay in the same utility curve. But remember, this point A1, A and B1, they are not the same combinations, they are different combinations. Here at point A, we consume less of good X, but at point B, we consume more of good X. At C1, we consume again more of good X. Why? Because though your income has been reduced, though price has fallen, your income has been reduced. With that reduced income, you will go to purchase more of good X, because good X has become cheaper. Okay, even if your income is compensated, even if your income is reduced to the extent of fall in price, still you will be forced, you will be interested to purchase more of X, not Y, because price of good X has fallen. So this is called compensated demand function, and this is the compensated demand curve. Okay, so please read this and see whatever we teach you all the days, because I have become a little bit irregular nowadays, but from next time I will be very regular. We are going through unit 2 now, and we have 2 more units to cover. If college reopens from November onwards, we can just have a classroom teaching. But till then, I request all of you to see my videos all the time, and if you have doubts, you can you can ask me over comments. Right? Thank you very much. Next time I will come with a new topic.